Alright, so here's the tool that I use for crimping my connectors. Again, highly recommend if you're going to work with these trucks. If you got your own truck, here's some of my fasteners. I have these different bins that contain all the different actual factory bolts that you can get. Here's my assortment of fasteners. A good one to have on hand is these splicers. If you're going to add stuff, you need to tap off power. Plugs for closing off ends instead of using electrical tape. And here's the primary gauges I have. 16 and 14 are your primaries. But this is a Daniels manufacturing company. That's their corporation tool. This is the actual tool that's used, and as you can see inside there in the center right here, you got these 4 teeth that crimp. Now this, you got your setter that'll you could set for different gauge and stuff right there. Now Daniels has these different assortments of attachments that would go on the end here for different kinds of connectors stuff. But really, for this, for doing what we're doing, you don't really need this. This is for other things, but pretty much, there's a little stop. Really hard to do this one-handed, but there's a little stop in here, so you only have to cut your cable so it just goes in there, and then you just have this so that the back of this is flush, and then crimp it, and then it'll release. You've got a good crimp when it releases. If you don't go far enough, it won't release, and you'll have an awesome connection that ain't gonna come loose, come apart on you, as long as you're using the right gauge wire. And yeah, so this tool basically, this connector, that's how it would go. Exactly. Wire comes in through here, go through there, crimp it. This goes in there all the way, and then as you're pulling the wire, this white piece will get seated in there, and that's it. That's how that works. Again, you can pick these up on eBay, a couple $100. Again, you're spending a lot of money on these trucks. Highly recommend it. It's worth it. I don't think you're going to get away with your standard crimping tools like this. Don't try it. It's not going to work. I wouldn't recommend it. I've done it, and it doesn't work. The other thing too is you got these different supply places for the Humvees that have factory wiring. It's cheap. It's not expensive. Use this. Use all the connectors because a lot of times you hear about these trucks having issues. The reason why they have issues is because people fudge this stuff. They think they can just go to Lowe's or Pep Boys and pick up some stuff and just use that. Here is the tool. Let's see if I can get a close-up on it. Here you go. That's the tool you want to get. And do some of the other stuff depending on how much you're going to do on these trucks. There's that. and this will turn to give you a different color code. And there's tutorials and things like that if you don't know how to use this. I won't get into that right now, but this is the tool you want to use. And for that part number again. Okay. Alright, I hope this helps. I'll be back with the rest as I move along with the conversion.